What is up, YouTube? Another replay for you guys here. This is another North American game on the average tier being Master. So we have Diamond 1 level players, Master level players, and a couple Challenger players. So very interesting here. Notice on the blue side we have a lot of AP. Evelynn jungle, Cassiopa mid, and Morgana support. Also notice that Ezreal is on the blue side. Right now, at the high level play, you see a lot of Ezreals, just due to his insane playmaking potential. Now, on the at the lower elos, I would not recommend playing Ezreal, just because Ezreal is his DPS is not great, and he has to land a lot of skill shots to be good. He also relies on his team to be good because his damage is not the best, so his team needs to do a lot of damage. It's very hard if you're Ezreal to go against like a Fed, Draven, or anything that does a lot of DPS like Caitlyn, but especially Vayne, things like that. So I'd honestly recommend, if you were playing solo queue right now, just to go with like a Graves. But anywho, we have an Evelynn jungle on the blue side, and we have a Vi jungle on the red side. Very standard start here. No one's doing anything tricky in the counter jungling. And Cassiopeia, I thought was an interesting pick. You don't see a lot of Cassiopeias played in the high level play right now. She's just kind of a dead champion, but it's always cool when you do see her played. Her lack of mobility is one of the reasons why people don't like to play her, because she can get caught out and die. But her damage is very high, so that's always fun. Let me turn this down a teensy bit. And Ezreal getting forced back here, walks back with Lucian. The damage from Lucian is absolutely insane, so Ezreal forced the healer and pop his biscuits so he won't die to the Janna auto attack. Now notice Janna auto attacked or shielded herself so she can get the AD buff. And Ezreal, Lucian out with the flash, and that is a first blood for Lucian. Getting picked up by the Morgana though, just taking a little bit too much minion aggro. Now like I said, you do get a little bit more gold for getting first blood, so it was worth it for him to do that, but unfortunately he died. So he's trying to get just a lead. Ezreal not getting a kill, going over to Morgana instead, so he will be stronger than Ezreal when he comes back. Poppy and Fiora fighting here. You see this matchup a fair amount of times, the Poppy and the Fiora. Fiora has the advantage early game, but then as the late game, or even mid game comes around, I would say Fiora, or Poppy starts to do a lot of damage, so. Vi, not trying to counter jungle, I guess. She's pretty ballsy here, not really, assuming the Eve isn't gonna come. But Poppy taking advantage of that bush, bopping her against the wall is a lot of damage. Fiora may force the flash here. But no, she has a whole minion wave in her face, and at the early levels, those minions just do so much damage. So you always have to be conscious of that when you're playing. Like, how is the minion wave? So as a support when you're poking, and as top lane when you're going in for a trade, you have to consider how many minions there are that are going to be attacking you. Vi here, just waiting for a pick. If Poppy overextends, she'll try to gank. So it looks like that is a good time. But Vi not able to quite make that connection there. Morgana just barely missing her Q. Hits the minion instead. Lucian with the damage is just crazy early game. So if you're Lucian, always be aware of how much damage you can do, because your Q plus your W and your dash just does a lot of damage. So now notice the Cogman or the Cho'Gath walking and auto attacking at the same time, getting the extra damage on him. Flashing misses the W, but kills her with the rupture. So very good play there by the Cho'Gath. And same goes for any auto attacking base champion. If you auto attack and then walk forward, you'll gain a little extra distance there. And that's what happened. Now Eve with a big minion wave shoved in her face, not able to do too much against the Fiora. She needs to leave though, otherwise the Poppy's gonna kill her. But nice bop there by the Poppy, able to finish off the Fiora. Very greedy on the Fiora's part. Okay. Lucen just so much damage early game, forcing the Morgana to back off. And Vi in the blue jungle here stealing away the golems. Eve slowly making her way back to the bot lane. Maybe gonna try to gank here. She has full health. Comes a Vi though, ganking the Morgana. Nice flash by Morgana there. Getting away. Shielding the Ezreal just in case. Evelyn about to show up in lane here. Gonna try to gank through the bush here, and she may be able to pull it off. Cho'Gath is level 6, so he's gonna be able to execute with his ultimate. And blue team must have got the heads up because they both backed away, or red team rather. So yeah, Fiora top lane, 36 CS against Poppy's 31 CS. Poppy with the disadvantage early, but Fiora did give a kill over to Poppy there by that really aggressive play. Lucen now, 1 kill, 1 death. Ezreal has 1 death and 1 assist. The CS is pretty much even. There's very close. Fiora now with a big wave in Poppy's face. And the parry, just a lot of damage going on. If you get against the wall though, Poppy will do a lot of extra damage. Cho'Gath missing the rupture, gets caught up by the Eve and ulted, ignited, and he'd probably die here. Yeah. Getting very aggressive. You have to consider the Eve. And I guess missing that Q there really made the difference. You may have been able to finish off the Cassiopeia. Fiora having to be very careful there with the walls. Parries the auto attack, gets ulted though, and should die. Yeah. Gotta be careful there. Now Vi, she lands her Q, gets the auto attacks off for the Vault Breaker, but it's not enough. Being a little bit behind there. Evelyn, just not noticing Evelyn there, and that is a dead Vi. Morgana missing the Q. She's gonna go for the ult here. Onto Lucen now. Lucen flashed it. But the damage and retaliation almost killed her. Heals being popped by the red side. As Evelyn, you're pretty much the assassin until you get strong enough to really attack people. You have pretty poor 1v1 skills, but you can show up in unexpected places, which is kind of why people play Evelyn. A little bit of a skirmish going on here. Now Cho'Gath with a lot of sustain through his passive, so he's not able to get poked out by the Cassiopeia as hard as some other champions would. And if he lands his combo on you, you will probably die, so she has to be very careful. You are trying to stay away from the walls, but Poppy with the damage, very strong here. Also with the early game head start, not good. Comes the Vi. But Cassiopeia is a little bit too close to her tower for that to happen. Nice stun on the Poppy there, just smashing that Fiora against the wall, forcing her to walk off here. If she gets close enough, she's gonna get ulted up in the air. Probably die here. Nice gank by the Evelyn there, barely dodging that Q. He's gonna get smited. Vi's coming in though to save the Cho'Gath, and it's not gonna be quite enough to poison finishing him off here. Fiora though, really good player on that tower, and that Poppy's going to die. Vi going down, and Evelyn barely living as Cassiopeia gets a kill. 2 kills going to Cass now. That should give her the advantage. Went with a double Doran star. It looks like it finally paid off. Now Fiora, that was a very, very good play there. Top lane. Juking around that Poppy. So Poppy now teleporting back to the minion. Just to kind of chase the Fiora away. Fiora with a lot of damage though. She has to be very careful here, otherwise she's going to die. And good parry there onto the Poppy. Otherwise she sort of... Oh, not enough though. I want to say she parried the ultimate, but then she stuck around and died. So you really have to know the damage there. And when you see your opponent teleport again, you have to ask yourself, can I win this fight here? Can I get away? And Fiora, I like her strategy. She's going very aggressive, but sometimes that ends up hurting you more. Guy with the ultimate now. He's gonna ult the Morgana. She black shields the ultimate so she doesn't get knocked up, but she's still going to die. Janna with the heal is going to keep them alive, and they will be able to finish off the Ezreal and the Morgana. Fiora now, out for blood. Very aggressive now, forcing the Poppy to flash, and Fiora was ready for the flash. So she might still get a kill here. Maybe. Very close. Shogoth though, finishing him off with the ultimate. Red team forced it back here. Now another thing that high level players have that a lot of lower level players don't is just a high level of map awareness. It goes into that. You saw that Shogoth was over on the other side of the river, but he saw the Poppy roaming down from top side. So he walked all the way over and was able to take part in that kill. So you should just always be paying attention to what's going on with your team. If you don't, you're going to miss out on a lot of kills. And the potential impact you could have had is not going to be there, so. Bye. Walked over the pink ward. She looks like she's going to go back and clear it off. Guess not. They're going to try to get this Cassiopeia. If they don't see the Evelynn, Cassiopeia's able to turn that and they're able to kill her before she can even get an ultimate off. Very good stun there by the Cassiopeia. Not sure if that buy was sneaking half health like that, but Evelynn just real sneaky. 3 kills now and 3 assists. Very good start. Already finished her jungle item. Going with an AP oriented build. So you should see a lot of magic resist going off on the red side. And Fiora forced to recall here. Gets bopped against the wall, takes a lot of damage. And the tower is probably not going to be enough. Fiora able to manages to parry one of those attacks, but Poppy's a little bit too tanky at this point. Notice the Poppy not even building damage items, just going right for the Sunfire Cape. And still able to put out a lot of damage with her abilities. Look at the focus right onto the Lucian. Really good ult by Janna there, forcing him away. The black shield is going to keep the Morgana in place though. A lot of damage going to this Cho'Gath. That is a dead Cho'Gath, but Vi may be able to finish off this Cassiopeia. Ballbreaker going down. Nice stun there. Auto attack, but no. Cassiopeia with the resets on the poison. Just a little bit too much damage. And Cassiopeia is looking very, very strong now. 4 kills. Against Cho'Gath's 2 kills. Evelynn, that kill participation. 9 kills out of the 12 kills on the map so far. So if you're Evelynn and you get a lead, it's very hard to shut you down. Cassiopeia making sure she can get rid of the pink wards from the red side so that Evelynn can easily gank. That's important. Nice combo into the Lucian there. Didn't do too much. They nerfed Morgana so her damage is lower now. So notice like Morgana's stun lasts like forever, but her damage on it as support is pretty low. So while it's really annoying, if she doesn't have any follow-up, she's not able to do that much damage. She can zone though really hard. Vi being spotted by the ward, they know she's trying to gank her. And Shogoth and Cassiopeia just battling it out in the mid lane. Shogoth is very deadly due to his ultimate and his silence, so you know, even with Cassiopeia having a lead like that, he's still able to stick around. Poppy, pretty much Poppy is able to bully this Fiora though. Around, very tanky. And Vi being behind, not able to do a whole lot here. Nice gank by Evelyn though, really just deleting that Lucian, so much damage going down there. And that will be a dead Janna as well. Double kill for the blue side. It's looking very bad for the red side now because the jungle on the blue side is so far ahead. And as well as their top lane. So red's gonna need a pretty big swing here. There's only a 6k gold lead, which is not, you know, not terrible. But red team could still win, but it's gonna be pretty tough. Fiora getting bopped again, forcing the Fiora to parry, getting ulted up, and she's going to die. Just way too tanky there, even for the tower to go off. You always have to worry when you're playing against the Poppy, just really be paying attention to when you can get smashed against the wall, otherwise you'll just take so much damage. And that is another tower going down. Poppy finishing off the inner tower. And notice how the blue team starts taking over the jungle. That's something very important to notice. Ultimate's going down. Now Black Shield onto the Eve to make sure that Vi didn't kill her. And Cassiopeia finishing off the Lucian. Very bad now for the red team. And anyway, so one of the things to wrap up the game is to start taking over the jungle, because once you win your lane, if you can put some deeper wards in the jungle, you're able to get a lot of vision on the enemy team. And if they can't safely go in their jungle and just farm, then they're going to be in a world of hurt. So easy towers getting picked up by the blue side here. Looks like they will try to do Dragon here. Or Baron. There's some indecision here. I don't think they're quite ahead enough to do Baron, because they could throw at Baron here. And I actually had a game earlier today where my team was playing and we threw at Baron. And it was super frustrating, so you always want to be aware of that. If you don't think you can do Baron, don't try to do Baron. And that is what the blue team has decided to do. I really want to make sure, you know, if you're going to do Baron, someone on the enemy team needs to be dead. Or ideally 2 people, so that you can do Baron. Even if you're ahead, because Baron counts as like 2 people for the enemy team. So if you are unsure whether you should do Baron, it's generally a good idea to not do Baron, because you can always do Baron later. Now, Cassiopeia very ahead here, 5-1. Rod of Ages and Archangel being finished off. Cho'Gath is opting for a Magi Soul Stealer, which is really weird considering the fact that he's died 3 times. And Evelyn getting shut down by the Janna and the Lucian. If you have a Janna on your team, you have to respect the peel, because if you're by yourself against the Janna, she is going to be able to peel you so hard. So even if you're fed like that as Eve, you still want to be with your team, because you have to respect the damage. Lucian does do a lot of damage, and his ultimate is pretty insane. So always be careful. Nice combo going down. Poppy's just very, very fed. Able to force out the Vi. Janna forced the ult. Red team kind of engaging on this, but it's not enough. Nice parry there, blocking that Morgana Q. Otherwise she would have died. Red team forced to retreat underneath their tower now. So the tower, Ezreal easily getting the bot tower. And now blue team forcing on focusing down these inhibitor towers. Not sure what red team is doing. Not grouping. A lot of damage going down to the Poppy there. Red team, not the best clear. Not the best siege. So they're going to have a hard time clearing out these minions. The Cho'Gath Q does help a lot. By getting very low there, she's just been behind all game. Fiora taking a ton of damage, and it's going to have to back off. Blue team, just with the constant siege here, they may end up winning this here. Ward's going down, being cleared up. Looks like this top tower will eventually fall. It's about there. One more auto attack will do it. And inhibitor is going to follow if they're not careful. Red team backing now with full health. They should be able to chase the blue team off. Deep getting caught, followed up with the ultimate and the Cho'Gath Q. Ezreal finishing off by Cho'Gath going down as well. That is going to be an inhibitor for sure. And they may try to do Baron after this. Yeah, that wasn't good. Ezreal with a really good play there. Yeah, not able to finish off the game quite yet, but they are getting there. Now from this point, blue team can either group and push bot lane, allowing the supers to push on the top side, or they can just go ahead and try Baron. Either way is good. I think Baron would probably end the game a little bit faster. You're a nice pair there, blocking a lot of the damage. Janna with the peel, just they can't quite get onto Janna. Look at that damage on the Poppy, just very, very high. Red team have to play very safe. A nice ultimate and flash by the Vi, able to finish off the Morgana, but immediately gets picked up by the Evelynn. So was it worth? I don't know. He just killed the support and they lost their jungler, so probably not. Lucian with a lot of damage, but Poppy just very, very tanky at this point. Blue team should probably be getting ready for Baron. It's very hard to push down when you only have 2 people. But it looks like they are getting some damage down this tower. Cassiopa with the damage, so much damage there. Lucian probably gonna die from the poison. Yeah, he's dead, but nice shield there by the support. It's going to be dead though. Cassiopa gets shut down. So red team holds on to their middle and tower for now. Oh yeah, sorry, I believe that shield was coming from the Cassiopeia's item there, the Archangel stuff. Now blue probably has a little bit better siege than red team, but it's pretty close. Both teams are relatively low siege. So their ability to poke down towers is not very high. Ezreal with the Q is always good. Morgana with the Q is always good. It's about a Evelynn though getting into their base and killing off this Lucian. Very sneaky, but she probably will die for her troubles. Indeed she does. So you have to ask yourself, was it worth it that I die and Lucian dies? And from her standpoint, I don't think so, because even though Evelynn is able to kill off the Lucian, Evelynn's worth a lot more than Lucian at this point, so it didn't really make sense for her to die. If you're winning, you don't want to be trading kills with the enemy team. That's really bad, because that means you'll just stall at the game, and the losing team is able to come back into the game. So I don't know what this blue team is doing here. It seems to be a little bit of a, I guess, lack of communication. Not really wanting to end this game. I think they're just being safe because they don't want to throw the game. They recognize that they could lose if they did a bad Baron fight or something. There's still that glimmer of hope. Dragon gonna be picked up here by blue side. Very easy, uncontested, as red team is just trying to clear off the supers and hold down their own base. Ping's being made for the bot lane and mid. Mid lane tower is very, very low. Evelynn getting spotted with a Janna, but look at the full AP or all that burst there from Evelyn. She's going Lich Bane, and looks like she's building a Death Cap. She already has Deadman Split, so that's her only defensive item. And then she pretty much builds full AP, so lots of damage. Now, blue team just shoving down this mid lane. Fiora forced to go over top and clear out the supers. Looks like the inhibitor will fall here. That's an easy pick up there. Now, 2 inhibs down. This is going to be very, very difficult for red team. I think the Poppy being fed just counts as like 2 people almost for the blue side. And it looks like they're trying to force down this last objective here. Really not much contest here. Cho'Gath trying to do what he can, but it's not much. And blue team just focusing down these inhibitors. This looks like it will be gained for blue side. So big throw happens here. Nice ultimate on the Vi right onto the Cassiopa. It looks like she will be able to barely get away with the Archangel Staff though. And Lucen going down as well as Vi. And then eventually Fiora. Looks like Evelyn will be able to finish off with Janna as well. And that is sure to be the game here. Cho'Gath just at his tower. And so frustrating too, because blue team is very, very low. Just no one has much health there. Trying to flash and W the Janet or Morgana, but that will be it for Cho'Gath. So that is game going over to the blue team. That was a good game. 26 minutes. So I hope you guys liked that. MVP on the blue team was probably the Poppy and the Evelyn. Evelyn especially just involved in so many kills and able to pretty much finish off a lot of those fights that could have gone either way. So very, very good there. Vi just not able to get any traction, unfortunately. And when she gets behind, she's not able to kill people. And she didn't have the follow-up she needed, so tough luck, but that is it. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a sub. Really does help me out, and you guys have a good one.